The autumn sun painted the lakeside in hues of gold and amber. Min, with his camera, was trying to capture this fleeting beauty when his lens accidentally found her. In a book, was a picture of serenity. The click of the shutter broke the silence. She looked up, a slight frown on her face. "Were you taking a picture of me?" she asked, her voice calm but firm. Min, flustered, immediately apologized. "I'm so sorry, it was an accident. I'll delete it right now." He showed her the empty screen, but his mind had already saved the image. He tried to go back to shooting the landscape, but his eyes kept drifting back to the girl on the bench. She was a more captivating subject than any sunset. After a while, V packed up to leave. A sudden gust of wind caught her scarf, sending it flying through the air. Min reacted instantly, catching it just before it touched the water. He walked over and handed it to her. "Here you go." Their fingers brushed for a moment. "Thank you," she said, a small, shy smile finally appearing. Later that day, VA was on the phone with her friend. You won't believe it. I met the weirdest photographer today," she recounted, a hint of amusement in her voice. Meanwhile, back in his cozy little studio, Min sat in front of his computer. He hadn't deleted the photo. Couldn't. He stared at the image of the girl with the book, a smile spreading across his face. Just then, his friend Hong walked in. "What's got you looking so cheerful? Did you finally win the lottery?" Hong teased, slapping him on the back. Min quickly minimized the photo. "It's nothing, just happy with today's shots." But he couldn't hide the glow that had settled over him, a warmth that had nothing to do with the autumn light. The next day, the bookstore was bustling. Vi was run off her feet, stacking books and helping customers. The bell above the door chimed, and she looked up, ready with a practiced smile. But the smile froze when she saw who walked in. It was Min, the photographer from the lake. He was looking for a photography book, he said, but his eyes were really looking for her. They stared at each other for a moment, a bubble of surprise and awkwardness surrounding them. Min fumbled with the books on the shelf, his usual confidence gone. Vi tried to maintain her professional composure, asking, "Can I help you find something?" Just as the silence became unbearable, the door chimed again. Dorby's best friend, carrying a container of food. "Vi, I brought you lunch. I figured you'd be busy, especially since you mentioned that photographer might show up today," Mai announced cheerfully, completely oblivious to the situation she had just walked into. Vi's face turned bright red, and she wished the floor would swallow her whole. Min, hearing this, blushed too, a slow, happy realization dawning on him. He wasn't just a weird photographer to her after all, as if the scene couldn't get any more complicated. Another figure appeared at the doorway. It was Hong, Min's friend. He was just passing by when he saw Min through the window. "Min, what a surprise to see you here," he called out, stepping inside. Then he saw V. A look of recognition crossed Hong's face, a flicker of something old and unspoken. This was the girl he had once had a crush on years ago. The air grew thick with unspoken history. Trying to break the tension, Hong suggested, "Hey, why don't we all go grab some tea? My treat?" He looked at Min, then at Vi and Mai. Min, caught between his friend and the girl he was just getting to know, reluctantly agreed. The four of them ended up at a small cafe nearby. The conversation was stilted and strange. I tried to make small talk, but the awkwardness was palpable. Hong kept glancing at Vi, Min kept glancing at Hong, and Vi just wished she could disappear. It was a triangle of unspoken feelings and tangled histories. Finally, the tense tea session ended, as they all said their goodbyes and went their separate ways. Min found himself walking home alone. He replayed the day's events in his mind, the surprise, the embarrassment, the bizarre tea with Hong. It was a mess. But despite all the awkwardness, he couldn't stop a smile from forming on his face. It was complicated, sure, but it was also exciting. This chance encounter by the lake was turning into something more. This was how destiny began, not with a simple perfect moment, but with a wonderfully chaotic autumn afternoon. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.